Hello, welcome to Popalong RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing, and today, this one is a bit of a Tamiya fest. I've got a super HOTSHOT out, boss. Not run it since the revival. Now, I lent it to a guy to turn into a supercharged super HOTSHOT, but he didn't do it, yeah, so I just converted it back to a normal one.
I did it.
You didn't
well,
do
you
it.
need a couple of other bits doing to it.
You didn't do it, boss.
What is that? It's like from the Team Associated XP120.
This is the radio that came out of the RB10 actually. Yeah.
It's like something from the 1980s. It kind of suits your car. Right, look at this, all this bling on this lunchbox, and he can't even drive it, look. Oh, here we go. Alright, okay, off it goes. Really? Unbelievable. Go! Look at it bobbling along. That's quite funny. Not sure I want one though. Maybe it will grow on me. I don't know. Here he goes. Old school, mate. Don't you think though, really, this kind of track is what these cars were designed for back in the 80s, probably the 70s actually. Gonna scratch my shell!
So as you can see from the footage there, I had an absolute blast running my Tamiya Super HOTSHOT. it was perfect on that terrain. Absolutely loved the way this car was driving. I've only ever really run this car, again it was on grass at the Revival at Oswestry. This year I'm moving away from the Tamiyas for the Revival, but I think what I'd like to do actually is take this car to potentially take it to Hearts and maybe run it in the vintage class there, because when we went to Hearts the other week there was someone running a original HOTSHOT. That being said, the HOTSHOT they were running had some serious upgrades on it, so it was running quite a bit better than this one was, because this is still running the stock tyres and the stock shocks, whereas the car that we saw at the track was running, I believe it was the RC10 big bore shocks front and back, and there was a few other little modifications that they'd done to get the car handling a lot better on the track. But you know what? That track over at Millend is perfect for these sort of cars. Bearing in mind, this is the sort of racing that these cars did when they were conceived back in the 80s, and I'm a massive fan. I absolutely love running these cars. However, I need to talk about the lunchbox. The lunchbox was so much fun. Now, we did mention that we are going to be doing the Popalong GP over at Millend this year, and we are going to be running the lunchbox in a big wheel event. Now, the big wheel event over there, I believe there's already about 15, close to 15 locals that have got themselves some big wheel cars. So there'll be lunchbox, pumpkins, I think they've got a couple of Kongs over there as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. That is probably going to be the highlight of the Popalong GP this year. Seeing 10 to 15, maybe even 20 lunchboxes and big wheel cars bobbling and bouncing around on that track. I think it's going to be absolutely hilarious. And do you know what? That is the focus for this year's Popalong GP. It's about getting you guys there, taking part and having fun. We have got the big wheel race. It's going to happen in the morning. There won't be any transponders for that. It's going to be more sort of a race format where the first car to do 3 laps or 5 laps, and we'll do several races and several heats and things like that. That'll be super fun. But they're also, this week, they're going to get back to work with the crawler course. Now, the crawler course, I believe last time round, it took around half an hour to 40 minutes to get from the start to the finish. They've got loads of really cool features there. So that is going to have some work done on it this week in preparation for the Popalong GP. So if you're into your crawling, do check out the Popalong GP this year. As I said, the cars that I'm going to be running at this year's Popalong GP will be my Tamiyas, my lunchbox, and I'm also going to bust out my FTX Apache and my FTX Zorro for the short course truck racing. I might take a few other cars over there for a bit of fun, such as the RB10, maybe an FTX Vantage. I might see what other cars I've got on the shelves that I can get ready for the event. So as for Mark, he has got himself a new favourite FTX car. I have been shouting about FTX short course trucks for ages. However, he is loving their stadium truck in the form of the FTX Carnage, the brushless version. We've had it here on the channel for a while, but this is the first time he's put it around a racing track, and oh my word, this thing was at home on the track. It performed amazingly. I think actually it outperformed the short course trucks. It was absolutely flying around the track, made for these sort of conditions. So I might have to do a little bit of tinkering and bring my FTX Bugster back to life and hopefully get that out on the track so I can give the Carnage a run for its money. Anyway, that's enough waffle for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing these classic cars in action. Hopefully you'll be able to join us at the Popalong GP, and we'll see you trackside again soon.